Hi everyone, I'm Michelle and welcome back to my meadow. It is time for our 9th monthly update on the Birdies and Vego raised garden beds, and it is a cold morning here in Northeast Florida and frankly across the whole eastern seaboard. When I woke up, it said the feels like temperature was 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Feels like, which is -9 degrees Celsius. Feels like, oh my gosh, I'm a Florida girl. I'm not cut out for this, but I wanted to get out here this morning because we are overdue for this update and we wanted to see how the beds did overnight. I'll show you a little bit of what I tried to do to cover the Thai eggplant and that failure, and just take a quick look around and get inside where it's warm and find some cocoa. Let's go. For those of you who are new here, over on the right we have the Vego bed. It is currently covered with a sheet, and on the left we have the Birdies bed. I purchased these myself last December and wanted to do this comparison video to help other people understand the differences and how they hold up in a garden, because at the time I could not find any other videos like that. As you can see, they are very similar in color, in shape, and in size. I picked the two that would be most similar, and they have been through a very hard freeze last night. Now, of course, one hard freeze, you wouldn't expect the beds to have any kind of an impact. They're made of an alu-zinc metal, they're corrugated, they're painted with corrosion-resistant coatings, and really, they look great. We're going to scooch in here on the Birdies first. One of the places we're keeping an eye on, because it looked like it was corroding, those are still looking just fine. I suspect it's really more hard water stain. And over on the Vego here, we're watching places in the same area, and everything still looks great. I made the effort to cover and protect my Thai eggplant, and it doesn't really look like I did a great job. I guess maybe this cloth needed to be lower down. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure the leaves on these will be all gone, and I may just cut them back and see if they can hang on and come back in the spring. But we don't normally get 20-degree weather here, so I wasn't really sure what I needed to do. But it worked out, as far as just covering, worked out pretty good having the cattle panel trellis here, and I just pinned it to the cattle panel trellis. A lot of folks ask about this trellis. That is just a cattle panel. I folded in half and stuck between the two beds. One thing that I would do differently next time is I would put something to protect along the tops of the beds, because on the Vego bed, when I pulled the cattle panel in, it did pull back some of the rubber coating, and it is rusting a bit. It's not rusting through. It's really not any worse than the first time I found it, but that is something to note. Over here on the Birdies bed, after a freezing night, this plastic coating and edging looks just fine. It's not cracked. I don't see anything that looks bad with it. And so I'm going to call that a win. That did well in the freeze. And here on the Vego bed, the same thing. This rubberized coating looks just fine. It doesn't look like it's about to crack or anything because of the freeze last night. A friend of mine who is a longtime gardener saw these beds last week, and she thought they were really groovy, being able to garden at waist high. If you're new here, the reason I picked these kinds of bed is I wanted something taller as I age gracefully, and I wanted to be able to garden at a comfortable height for things that I would normally have to stoop down to the ground for. It also helps keep the raccoons and cats out of the garden a little bit better than it would if it were directly on the ground. I have tried different hoop systems, and I do hope to add on some of the things that Vego and Birdies have for covers in the future. Overall, they still look great. I have enjoyed being able to take a look at them month to month and sharing that with you. If you have specific questions that I didn't answer in this video, feel free to pop them into the comments below, and I'll circle back around and answer all that I can. or check out some of the other videos in this series where I've tried to cover just about every possible question that has been asked. Now, for clarity, I did buy these beds myself, but I am now an affiliate for both companies. So if you choose to make a purchase and you use the links that I provide, I will receive a small commission for my efforts at no additional cost to you. I always like to be clear about that. It is time now for me to go find some warm cocoa or hot coffee. Until next time, my friends, remember to stay warm, drink plenty of water, wear that high quality sunscreen, and until next time, have a fantastic day.